This is working. Just waiting to see some people come in and get these clothes out that I've got to fold while talking to you. I actually have the laptop with me and it's got some charge, and I thought we could look at a couple videos, discuss, and see some names, interesting surnames. Oh my gosh, Killer's got me down a rabbit hole, you guys. So, just waiting on some people basically to enter the chat while I'm sorting through these clothes. As soon as I see some people come in, we'll start talking about it. Maybe, I know Killer wouldn't care. Here's the thing. If we look at Killer's newest video, we're not going to look at all of it. I'll have to pause for discussion a lot. I know he's not going to care. I care. If we look at it, I'm going to ask my mods once they're in here to drop a link to the video in the chat. And I just ask everybody to go over to Killer's, give him a watch and a comment. Say, Nita sent me, something to that effect if you don't want to say anything else. Only because it has almost all the news clips about the case. We've talked about it in the past. So tonight, here I go starting in the middle. Let's start at the beginning. Hi guys, everybody enter in the chat. My name's Nita, we're at Nita's World. Please do the YouTube things, as you come in like you would do at anybody's house. Ring the doorbell, that means hit that thumbs up. Hopefully you are subscribed. If you're not, please give me a chance and sub. Hit the like button for thumbs up. Tonight we're talking about Summer Wells' case. People can drag me, you can say whatever you want to. One thing you can't say is you cannot tell me that I'm not one of the most well-versed, I'd say in the top 4, as far as knowledge about Summer's case, as far as being there from day one. This search has given me chills. Y'all can call me a phony, you can call me a whatever. I'm not saying I'm psychic. It's a gut feeling, you know what I mean? Like I've never had before. My gut is telling me Mom and Dad ain't talking because they scared. See, there's a lot of things that's going ding, 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 ding for me right now when this search happened. Because I don't even know where to begin. There's so much. It's like the words are tumbling over one another, okay? It's nice to see you as well. Pie in the sky. You don't see me, but hey, I got them pinpoint eyeballs, and I'm getting laughed at by the nurse for coming in with my knee, by the way, that I have to have an MRI done, and I'm probably going to have some kind of surgery on it, but you know what? Yes, you did, T and Twister. Mommy and Daddy ain't talking because they're shaking in their boots. Here's something I've always wanted to ask, Twister, while you're here, because I know you're there, and I know you know the people better than I do. I'm not going to ask you to speak out specifically about nobody. This is just something that's always puzzled me because nobody really said it or asked it. All these times that Fred Hill has been talking horse crap, because, okay, cool, just let me ask this question and then you ask yours, or I'll answer yours after. How about that? Go ahead and ask. My mods will strike you if you're doing any of that dumb crap, because we don't play that here, especially when we're talking about a missing child. So anyway, it's a big deal that Andy B was on that road passing Fred, who was on that road at that time, right? On that day that Summer went missing. So if it's such a big deal that Fred has to talk all kinds of crap and it's lie detectors and all that important, right? For Fred to have been on the road and seen Andy, wouldn't that put Fred there too? And didn't Fred and Candace both say, well, you're in the wrong place if that's how you feel. Cole, if I got a mod, Cole said he's want warm beer in hell. Anyway, the child, according to Fred, let's just take Fred's word. The dogs tracked the child to Fred's house, right? That's what he said. I didn't say it. I wasn't there. Cole didn't say it because he said he don't care about no child. I'm saying he because I don't see a female saying that about a child. That's just a woman thing. What is up? I can't see who. Something 800. Lisa, sorry, I don't have my glasses and my hair's in my face. I'm trying to put it up right now to do this close. Anyway, guys, we're at the laundromat. I have the laptop. It's going to be, we're going to look at stuff, and hopefully the wifey is going to decide to work tonight. I'm sharing the neighbors. We had storms and winds and some kind of major event that ended up with two houses side by side, one completely burned and the other one over 45%. And apparently it was so close to where I was at that it caused like a Wi-Fi blackout because the resources they were using are some crap. That's what they say anyway. Okay, sorry. We got the show on the road pie in the sky. Maybe turn your volume up. So here's my question that I was asking. Fred and Andy have argued about Andy being on that road at that like 3:30 in the afternoon because Fred saw him and said he was there, right? And that makes Andy somehow some kind of guilt. But you got Fred saying that the dogs tracked Summer to his residence, okay? And then you got Andy, whose family owns property or did own property on Fields Road that gets searched multiple times. And now we have this residence on Van Hill that got searched. That's what the uncle of both of these men, who Andy told us sitting there talking to Ryan during the recent live that him and Fred both know these hills like the backs of their hands. They done run all over them growing up. I don't know about a 10-mile radius, but if you're at Auntie's house or you're with your mom and your mom goes to visit her sister or sister-in-law, you know, I know when we was at my granny's, it was almost an entire city block of area, and part of it was a kudzu field and this factory's parking lot on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. They didn't ever work, especially on Sunday when we was mostly out there playing. That and the little creek, just like the little creek that Summer and the brothers were in. We had one of them back of Granny's yard. Matter of fact, it was a skeeter bed. Every time we was there, you got busted because you come back with a bazillion mosquito bites. Okay, but anyway, I digress. My question is, if it's such a big deal and Andy's a really bad dude because he was on that road at that time and not at work, Fred, for you to have seen him and pinpoint him on that road at that time, that means Fred was there on that road at that time. And Summer was tracked to Fred's house. Fred was leaving, Andy was coming. How do we know they didn't meet each other? And that's why they're arguing. Or that Summer wasn't in the vehicle with Fred as he left. Don't get mad at me, Fred and Ziggy followers, okay? I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just stating obvious fact. I have not heard anyone from the district attorney's office or from Ronnie Lawson's sheriff's department or from the TBI or FBI or the card team or any of them come out. Leslie Earhart has not come out and made a statement saying that anybody has been cleared. Now, if I'm incorrect, I will own it. Please tell me in the chat. Oh, let's see, who said hey? Hold on. Hey, Miss Linda Wilson. We got Lisa and Linda in the house and a pie in the sky. Hey, anyway. So my question, I guess I'm asking, nobody get mad at me, because I'm not pulling no punches. If I'm here for Summer, I love Miss D to death, but if she's done or said something that makes her look fugazi, or like she should be put in the mix with the rest of these critters, that's what I'll have to do. Fair is fair, right? Sorry about that, you guys. The phone fell because I moved the table. Anyway, you know what? Knowing D the way I do, and you guys probably there too, because most of the channels that I refer y'all to, you've already been there before me. That being said, D would say, hell yeah, put me in the mix. Treat me the same. She wouldn't care, you know, because she's about Summer. And that's what we're all, I include myself, lost sight of. Okay? Let me say that emphatically again. I am included in the lost sight of. You know, talking about Summer was one of my first 3 videos. You know, I did talk about my DV and SA situation. That was my first live stream. A lot of my videos, I tried couponing, kind of just vlogging. Had a video, it was interesting, with my neighbor giving us a free concert we didn't ask for. And then it started the Summer Wells case. There's other cases like the DVD and Celeste. I honestly am enmeshed, I guess, in that case, almost to the level of Summer. And Charlie Kirk. Look, don't tell me that it's not possible that our government planned and hired someone to be unalived by another government agent or agency because of certain political leanings or certain actions. You know, our government has a long history of unaliving of political figures that don't conform to what they want at that moment in time, or to run a certain operation so they can pass this law with us applauding and saying, yes, do it, rather than fighting tooth and nail, and usually causes us to give up some of our liberties. Or they dangle cash and we look at away. Just like, do y'all know the digital ID, like in England, you know, Great Britain, and China and everything, I believe Singapore, it's in more places than not, believe it or not. Anyway, a lot of it for international flights, you're already having to use that digital ID or some form thereof. When the whole system's fully run out, that's why they want to give us, I figured it out. Why are they giving we call them Obama phones, out to everybody, and why are they giving smartphones instead of the little cheapo sticks or flips that's still out there and still being made? One, they're analog, which is harder to trace / track you or entrap you. Two, they need us all to have this tracking device, and this device that can scan our face and our eyes and do our digital ID anywhere, anytime. When they first roll it out, if you choose like to go to the bank and you don't have the digital ID, you have a traditional ID, they're going to charge you $85 to do that for the first while. After they have, you know, more severe plans, in with the WHO, and I can't say some of it because it will flag the video. I said that acronym, I said the whole word out, and it's the only video that I've had demonetized in 90 days. Yes, sir. But anyway, the digital ID, we gave it to them. We gave our right, I guess, to not have it and pass the ability for our government to enact it. Remember those stimulus checks that we got? Well, the very last one, go back and look. That's when we passed, when we signed and approved that, the bill and the vote or whatever. You know how I always have said, go back and look at some of them. Not political, not taking a side, Democrat or Republican. This ain't got crap to do with that. Every single time that they pass it, it's what we used to call pork belly stuff. And what it is they're telling you they're passing this, you know, Environmental Protection Act. And it's got yada, yada, yada. So to get it passed, they put a $75,000 per farmer incentive attached to get that farmer to slaughter X amount of pigs that year rather than sell their meat. But they're paying them basically 4 times what they would have got per pound for the meat. Why did they do that? So they can create a shortage and the other ones can upcharge. Or, you know, maybe, I don't know, Campbell's is going to digitize it and put it in our... Y'all see that shit? Sorry to get off the subject, but did y'all see that? Tell me in the chat, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe I need to do a PSA right here in the middle before we start looking at this video. Sorry, I'm having to ramble and do this because I'm checking to see if any of these clothes are dry and I can pull them out and fold them. That's all, real quick. And there are some, and there aren't some, of course. I may be able to marry them, though, into one dryer, you know, cheap, save money. Laundry isn't inexpensive. Is everybody in here, right quick, off topic, and get mad if you want to, but everybody got Thanksgiving plans? Let me know what you're doing. You don't have to give up what city and state or nothing like that. Just say, I'm cooking, eating with the kids, you know, whatever. I want to live vicariously through you guys. I'm doing laundry this time of night. That should give you a hint. Yeah. So little man and his mom will be with stepdaddy's family. So yeah, I'm not going to be there. And I don't know what's up with stepsister. 9 days into driving the camper back and forth to work, I pretty much only see her in passing, text every now and then, charge my box sometimes at her house. Tonight when I leave, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to Food Line, get some essentials. So I have something tomorrow. I'm cooking whatever I can in the camper and having Thanksgiving. If I can get Wi-Fi with you guys, hopefully tomorrow. Because otherwise it's just me, and me. Oh, and I'm a little nerve-wracked because speaking of just me, and me, I'm a little bit nervous because there's nobody in here but me. And it's a little on the scary side. I ain't even sure the time, you know, but the streets around here shut down with quickness. So again, I want to ask, if you're in here and you're one of my mods, can you please drop a link to Killer Look's most recent video in the chat? If not, I'm going to be showing it on the screen. I'll stop and I'm going to show all, you know, the info. Mainly, what I am going to show is just the news clips and one part in court. I haven't watched all of it. I thought we could watch some of it together. But there's one particular part in court. Okay, y'all remember us talking about the family when I went and was driving and I stopped at the truck stop in Tennessee. Everybody had a fit because 98 cents with the coupon. I heard that. Where that? At Food Line? I'm on it. Got you. That sounds like a deal. Thank you. The rest area unalivings that happened in Greene County, Tennessee, at the rest stop. Does everybody remember, or does anyone remember us talking about that? Let me just say it's hold on. I've looked it up. If I can set the phone where you guys can see the laptop screen, I've even got a list of the unalivers. I'm trying to, just give me a second to go all the way back up, because Killer inspired me down the rabbit hole. And they're called, see this here, the Lily Lid Unalivings, okay? This happened, let me see what year. April of 97. I'm trying to find a way to prop it up. Just bear with me. Okay. Anyways, right now I'm gonna have to do that. So I can find some. Okay. The reason I'm bringing it up, okay, the Lily Lid Unalivings, the reason I'm bringing those up, and it's Greene County. Technically, part of the property on Van Hill that was searched is in Greene County. Why is that important? It's very near where these unalivings occurred. And they had that red beast with horns that's against Jesus, I rebuke thee, Satan, and all his minions. There were undertones of worship of him in these unalivings that happened. Ritualistic. Now, how am I going to tie that in? Well, let's talk about it. Everybody thinks, or has thought for a very long time, that when a particular creator that's from Summers Road, the neighbor across the street that heard the scream, remember the video where she got short hair and she's talking about going through the woods and being quiet, no makeup, absolutely no scented anything, no perfumes, all that? If y'all remember what I'm talking about, that's a great idea. Huh? I wish you was around. You might not like me, and we might not get along too good, but I could do that with you, because it wouldn't matter how we feel about each other. It's how we make those people feel. Hello, Beverly. How you today? Oh, somebody just pulled up out here. Y'all don't know. They don't know I'm live. If they come in, y'all be quiet. Shh. Anyway, y'all can't come in because at 10:30 you're supposed to have the washer. Might be the attendant, but hold on, let me get my sack of change. Oh yeah, I'm ready to swap them. Anyway, long story short, I'm trying to hurry up and get these clothes done so I can get up out of here and not be in trouble, y'all. Anyway, I bring it up because, do y'all remember, sometimes you're looking at something, right? And you're like reading on Wikipedia about it. The surnames of those found guilty of the unaliving. Oh, my work shirt's dry. Hallelujah. Let's see if the work apron is. Yes, sir. Luckily, we are closed tomorrow. That's dry. It's the attendant people, it's ownerships. Anyways, so I want to read y'all a list, or let y'all see it as I look at it, because hunties, when I read a list of these names, there's 2 or 3 that I really want to research. Y'all remember the girl Crystal that was with the Arkansas boys, I think, that Candace knew from the carnival or something? It's really not that important how they know each other. What is important is, what was Crystal's last name? I'm just trying to remember. Asking for a friend. Oh. And y'all, ain't y'all wondered why the media manager's been involved? I might have figured something out. Accidentally figured it out, stumbled like I failed the other day at work. Like a dorkfish. Okay. Alright, I've got all my dry clothes. I'll get them folded while I turn this one back on for one more cycle and it should be done. So, do y'all think that the media manager's name is a very common name? Now, mind you, the person is from Kentucky, but maybe the media manager got people from Kentucky. That's right. I'm going to read y'all a list of the unalivers. Can we start there? If I can prop this darn phone up, I'm going to play y'all the video. But let me just, the perpetrators, okay? Y'all, let's start there. Perpetrators. You have Natasha Cornett. I can't fold clothes and hold the phone is the problem. Let's see, hold on. Okay, you have Natasha Cornett. Then you have Dean Mullins. Natasha Cornett. Dean Mullins. Joseph Rainier. Crystal Sturgill. Jason Bryant. Karen Howell. That's the list. Apparently there's 2 juveniles and they haven't released their names. But, and remember, the media manager, not making any accusations, but from what I've read about the Dean guy, he seemed to have, like hereditary, geological, however you say it, mental disorders. Sound familiar to anybody? I mean, just asking for a friend. Again, I wasn't there. But it might give one an idea what would be the draw. So we're going to watch some of Killer's video. I'm going to find a way real quick and in a hurry to prop my phone up and push play, okay? That's what I'm working on. That folding these clothes at the same time. Let's see. If I can just, I think I might have a way. Okay, let's try the other bottle. It's got more in it, or let's do both. Y'all bear with an old lady. Okay. Y'all let me know in a second if you can hear and see. Let's see. Gotta go hit. Hey, big day at work tomorrow. Oh, damn. Good night, Pie. And damn, on Thanksgiving Day. How nice. Everybody, Pie, please go over to Killer's channel. And the video that he's had up for about an hour and 20 minutes, give it a thumbs up, please, and a view. That's all I ask. That's all I'm asking everybody. If my mods can't post it in the chat, I am going to put it in the description and pin it at the top. And if everybody could just do that, I'm not going to show all of it, but I don't have time. I'm not going to be here long enough on the Wi-Fi. But I just don't want to take anything away from him. I'd like to be able to give, it's Thanksgiving, that part. All right, what's up, Kiwi? All right, guys, I've already got it queued up, so let me switch over. Now, Swear it looks like Patsy Ramsey that does the coverage. I haven't found out, but we will. Let's see. Good, that's perfect. If I put it bigger, you're not going to be able to see. Okay. The name of the video is the Lily Lid Murder Urkers off of Van Hill Road. Hashtag Relic School Killer Looks. It's been 2 hours. Let's give him a thumbs up together. Amen. All right. I do have closed captioning.
From the earliest age, the 4 defendants who have matter that may not be suitable for children.
Hopefully y'all can hear it. Let me know.
Better be careful.
I'm folding clothes, so I will be stopping. And shout out to the killer.
The focus is on
I
the
love
6
him.
Kentuckians, not to give them undue attention.
Is that
but to
Patsy
examine what we
Ramsey?
know about their lives, to find out how they became killers, and maybe somewhere in the debris, there's a lesson for all of us. With that in mind, let's proceed. We begin with the news conference.
I need to say this so YouTube don't strike at me. This video, if we are looking at it, we are discussing what we're seeing and watching it for educational purposes. It will be transformative. Spencer, got you. Yep, okay. That was a long shot anyway. Yes, I was. Oh, bless you, Tennessee. You know about it, Twister. It does look just like Patsy Ramsey. You guys, if it's not her. Okay.
Conference held by
Let me know, can you hear it?
Jones, the morning after the Lilith's body was
arrived at the scene, they found a male and female laying in a ditch. And what appears
Basically, right now, this is just the background. Let you guys know where it's at, what happened. We're going to look right up until they actually are in court. Look, they're turning out the lights on me. Right until they're in court. And at that point, which is like 2 minutes in, I should be done, and I'm going to have to exit stage left so I can get to Food Line, hopefully, before they close. But I'm folding my clothes as we speak. All right, back to the video. Oh, yeah, because I got 12 minutes until they close.
to be multiple shot wounds to the chest area.
Okay.
Also, 2 small children were found. Each adult was holding one with also gunshot wounds to their head.
Were the Lilith murders the result of a senseless frenzy or a calculated ritual? Legal experts involved in the case say we may never know. The family was found just minutes after they were gunned down on a little gravel road in Baileyton, Tennessee.
Oh, my
Vidar and
Jesus.
Delphina Lilith were laying side by side in a shallow
Oh,
ditch
it's
with
only
their
got
toes
like
pointed
1
toward the
minute.
road.
I
Their
got
children,
1 minute,
6-year-old Tabitha
and I'm
and
done.
2-year-old Peter, were
Throwing
laying
them
across
in
their
the
parents'
back.
chests, forming crosses. This
Perfect.
struck investigators as strange, but they wouldn't find out until later just how strange this case could get.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you should give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right. I ain't got the light.
According to forensic pathologist Dr. Cleveland Blake, some of the bullet wounds found on Vidar and Delphina Lilith formed patterns. Besides several random shots, Vidar had also been shot 3 times in the chest, each wound forming the point of a triangle.
Okay.
The same for Delphina, but her
Take
triangle
me
was in her
longer to
abdomen.
find socks.
Later testimony revealed that triangles were used in blood rituals held by the people who...
Like I told you, this is ritualistic. And everybody thought that Jody Sue was talking about the triple Ks. I don't, never did, said it in the past. Because they wouldn't care. If you're there, you're there. But they would, the smell, they're not that organized, you know, to where they would care. But in a ritual, your smell, that kind of thing, would matter. A lot, it would matter. We're looking at Killer's video. I'm asking everybody to go over there, hit the thumbs up, give him a watch. When my mods get here, hopefully they'll put a link in the chat. Until then, as soon as I'm off here, I'll add one in the description box so everybody can just go over there, give him a like. If you can be so moved, leave him a comment. Hopefully Nita sent me, if you comment, you know, somewhere in there, just so he knows that I'm asking people to, you know, shout him out and show him some love. I think it's really important. These unlivings happened in that time frame. Where are those people now? That was 97, I think we said. Where are they now? That's what I want to know. Maybe he tells in this video. I don't know. I didn't get that far. We'll finish it when I get home and can connect to it. That being said, I'm folding the last of my clothes. Let's go back and let it play while I finish. Oh, come on now, play. Okay.
Who eventually pleaded guilty to killing the Lillids. In fact, the triangles were used the night before the murders in a ritual inside this Kentucky hotel room to ask for Satan's protection. From what we don't know, but prosecutors would insinuate the group was preparing to commit murder in order to please their demons. And all the players were there. 20-year-old Joseph Reisner, 19-year-old Mullins, 18-year-old Natasha Cornett, 18-year-old
Dean
Crystal
Mullins
Sturgill,
was 19,
17-year-old Terry
whoever
Powell,
he's
and
related to.
14-year-old Jason Bryant.
We're gonna
That's
find
how
out.
it all began. After the ritual in the wee hours of Sunday morning, the group went on a shoplifting
Somebody
spree at
else has
Walmart
a
and went
mental
to
health
Natasha's house
history.
where she lived with her mother to get some sleep. Fear of being arrested for vandalizing the hotel room the night before forced the six to make plans to leave town. So when they woke up Sunday afternoon, they crowded into Reisner's car and headed south. In just a few hours, they would meet the Lillids at a rest stop. That chance meeting would have a tragic end. When the six were arrested 2 days later at the Mexican border in Arizona, they were in the Lillids van. And a glimpse of the items inside that van was our first illustration of two very different worlds that had fatally collided. A photo album with lewd pictures that the killers carried with them was lying open on top of a child's toy, a doll that had once belonged to a 6-year-old little girl named Tabitha.
Okay, do you have any questions, Miss Cornett?
We got our first real glimpse at some of the killers when an Arizona judge reviewed their cases via teleconference. These would become familiar faces that would haunt many people for the rest of their lives.
Hold on.
These were the last faces.
Was that a Chris McDonough I just heard? I swear. Can we rewind? Was it just me? Or was that his Wisconsin twang? Let's see. Oh. And guys, just so you know, pairing up the sockies. So, as soon as I finish putting these in the bag, I will be ending the stream, going to the camper. I'm gonna stop at Food Line and charge the box. I know I can there. Somehow I've lost 3 other socks. Great. Anyway, isn't that the way it always is? Laundry day. I got clean towels, y'all, and a clean work uniform, and finally clean clothes to sit and clean the house, I guess. Thanksgiving. I'm just a little depressed. The weather's finally allowing me to connect to a live, hopefully. So, when I get to the house, we will be, sweet, thank you. We will be finishing this. So if in the interim, I can get y'all to go over to Killer's channel, give him a thumbs up and a comment, and I will see y'all in about 1 hour. That's the best I can do. My box is like 41%. It's actually right here. And here, matter of fact, let's show you. It is on 40%. Let's see. I'm trying to show you the screen. Hold on. There we go. 40. So I gotta find somewhere to charge it. Not bothering sis. She's been going through it. Not really seeing her, talk too much. I'm having to drive the camper to work and back. And as you see, I'm doing laundry with the laundromat. But that's nothing new. No matter what people get told. Then I get confused. But anyway, I'm still going over towards the Food Line because, you know, where I've sit there and live streamed to y'all before, and charged my box. That's where I'm heading to. The Goodwill that's right there at that Food Line, probably. Or that vicinity. There's some places open around there. I was hoping I'd have enough extra left. I could get me some McDonald's. Might go there, actually. But anyway, if I do, I can hopefully get Wi-Fi. See if I have enough points, I can get like a free burger or something. But I have to figure out how to get it because I can't drive through. That sucks. Okay. Let's see. Alright, guys. Peace, love, and light. I will see y'all later tonight. Putting the laptop in the box. And, oh, by the way, the cart. Y'all, hold on. I got tail lights. Okay. My cart has tail lights. And check it. They blink or stay solid each side. And then off. That was $1.25 at the store I used to work at before I got the job at Dunkin'. Okay. I got everything up in the cart. Making sure I'm not forgetting anything. See my $1.25 laundry bag. Thank you again to Miss Connie and her faithful partner, Donna. I miss them greatly. All right, guys, and then I have, hold on, I'm trying to get it stretched out. My slap bracelet from Little Man. He was kind of a lot upset over tomorrow that he got me. Still have it. And taking that with me, because I've got to walk about a block and a half to where there's a parking lot to park the camper. It would have been nice if whoever came in would have just said hello. I mean, I'm a woman in here by myself doing laundry, spending money. By the way, when I do my Google review, because like I'm a town traveler, I'm going to make note of that, as well as the fact that there's no safety mechanisms here. Like, there's no way, purposefully, by the way, for me, a paying customer, to charge my phone so that I have 911 access, hold on. The doors are real hard to get in and out. Okay. So, anyways, trying to read this. Okay. A scent or perfume can throw off a ritual. Absolutely. That's why I was saying that I think that that's why Jody Sue was saying that, not to wear perfume or scent. I've said that even before these came out, you know what I mean? Yes, I am coming back. Give me about an hour. I'm going to go out here to Food Line and charge my box. If I don't get bothered by the police and they let me alone, it won't take but about 30 minutes to charge the box, and then I can drive on the rest of the way to where I park at. There's company over there and everything at Sis's. I'm not bothering her. It's too late at night for me to ask. I texted her earlier. She didn't answer. So I'm not going to bother her. She's got a lot of stress and some major medical issues. I hope you guys will pray for her. As well as my friend. I didn't get to discuss this yet. Let me say this before I exit the Wi-Fi range. So look, I know people have told me I got to put myself first and yada yada, and I do at times. But this is a friend of over 25 years. I have several of those. Hopefully, there is still hope for Thanksgiving. Let me say, y'all pray that Renee's sister has moved, and I'm welcome at that one. If not, I hate to ask her to not go with her family and go to a Friendsgiving that I can also go to with her. It's long, so just pray that everything works. And I might have 2 dinners to hit tomorrow. You feel me? Otherwise, I'm going to be alone, and I'll figure it out. Anyway, so it's better than my friend of 25 years laying in a hospital bed. And they don't, there's no exact diagnoses, but only 15% of their heart is functioning, and it's not responding to treatment. It's expected to get worse. I'm the godmother to 3 of the babies. 2 of them, I was in the room, not the daddy. I was in the daddy place down at the bottom going, push it out, way out. It was before we videoed everything. you know. But I don't know. They might come out here and get mad at me for sitting here talking. So, it's because it's, yes, absolutely. And it allows you to be identified by the prey. Think about it. If it's a ritualistic sacrifice that doesn't require an unaliving, it's just a certain amount of blood or to do this or do that. Well, if you or somebody with some money, generally you don't wear the everyday sense. You're not buying Jovan Musk or Charlie or something of that nature. You're not even buying, the upper, Burberry stuff that everybody buys in Marc Jacobs. No. I'm not talking about that kind of money, babies. I'm talking about old money. I'm talking about old Mayflower type money. That's the money I've been talking about. That's the money Miss D be talking about. When I said follow the money, she heard me. And she been on it. If y'all don't know, we gonna talk about it tonight. I'm gonna talk about summer till I lose my voice. I don't have to work tomorrow. I don't have no Thanksgiving. So what I got's a summer giving. I'm gonna give y'all all I got. I'm gonna put it out there. And I will say this. I believe 5 people in my heart of hearts. I'm not saying that they were indirectly or directly involved. That's not what I'm saying. There are 5 people that I believe, if the truth was told, those 5 people know or have a pretty darn good, as Pawpaw would have said, they got a good idea of what happened and why and whom. One of them knows all the gossip that's happened in that 25, 30 mile vicinity in the past 25, 30 years. You can't tell me he don't know. And he's probably related to somebody that was involved or hangs out with somebody that is. And another one is just as nosy as they come and being involved. You not lived your entire life of over, both people was over 40 years old if they over a day. All of them is. You don't live your entire life born and raised 4th, 5th, 6th generation and not know. You just don't. It don't work that way in these hollers. And y'all know I'm right. Tell me I'm a liar. We'll knuckle up. I'm not wrong on this one. Just like I said, if Jody Sue knew the sound of Candace and Don's different vehicles by the tars, then she could hear everybody. And I'm not saying that was a lie. I co-sign that. I say she did. And I say everybody in the hood did. How about that? Everybody did. Everybody. Miss Kravitz, that's right. Everybody got one of them neighbors. Everybody got a Gladys Kravitz. Everybody did. But anyway, my point is, I think Jody Sue, I think Andy B, I think Fred Hill, I think Don and Candace and Grandma all know. Whether it's direct or indirect, they know. When Don and Candace gave that interview, that Sermon on the Mount interview, and we're going to look at it tonight. I'm tired of talking about the point. I'm going to show y'all what I mean. There was a way that the question was asked and answered that made me feel like if they hadn't already got a ransom call, they were expecting one. That they knew this was coming. That they had a warning. They didn't know it was going to be her, but they knew something. They expected one of the 2 of the adults or grandma to get kidnapped and their ass whooped. That's what they were expecting. They were expecting to maybe get taken at pew point to an ATM or a bank and give up everything they had and sell butt, cars, tars, and tools and still rob Peter, Paul, and Mary to pay Alan and George. And these are just names off the top of my head. That's what they expected. Summer got took. And however, it ended up happening because she's walking and it was just a convenient moment of advantage for somebody that just happened to be riding through looking for mama and daddy to shake them down for their money. And when she got took, it blew out of proportion. It was too high profile and they couldn't just bring her back. I've long thought that. Real stuff. I'm still convinced it was... Oh, they took that because you named him, and I believe he was a minor at that time. You're not in trouble. I just wanted you to know why. I think that's important to tell y'all if I understand it. Okay, anyway. Oh, hold on. Shout out real quick to my top fans. Pie in the Sky. Y'all need to beat her with the 75 comments. Pie in the Sky. Discovering something, oh Lord. Tennessee Twister, Lisa Kleckner, Miss Justice, Kool-Aid, Kiwi, Ethan Joe, Beverly Moeller, I can never say her name right, Beverly Moeller, and Linda Wilson. That's my top 10. A shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here, for commenting, and for showing up. And I'm coming back. I'm going to hit y'all with the Thanksgiving double play. We're going to go for a quadruple play. Y'all going to see. I'm getting ready to give y'all your bang for your buck and your money's worth. You better catch the live streams live. If you ain't a member, you better catch them live. Because at least 1 out of every 2 is members only. Y'all been missing that. Y'all slipping on it. All these complaints in my comments. Get a membership. Get a membership. You don't see the members complaining. You know why? Because they don't need to. Yeah, who was 19? Oh, okay, Damien. Well, then I'm not sure. I guess because you said the name out and it was an accusation. And it's to protect me and you from, those that shall be named can sometimes be a little cray-cray. Just saying. I hope everybody's doing well. I want y'all to know I miss you guys more than y'all know. Not being able to go live has been rough. I tried today even at work because we have Wi-Fi. And it just kept swirling and said that it was unable to connect, try again, or end stream. And after the 3rd time, it didn't work. My 15-minute break was up. So I said end stream. Heard. I understand. I respect that. Discovering the truth, I hope you didn't take it as an affront. That's why I addressed it, because I wanted you to understand it wasn't anything mean or disrespectful towards you. It was protection. For me and for you, liability issues with great people. Some people in the chat who will remain nameless that don't want to be named live in the nearby area, and my minds are not aware of whom is who. So out of protective purposes, if somebody connected to that part is mentioned by somebody other than me, I have told them to please hide it for protection purposes. I can still read it. I can still see it. But that way YouTube and YouTube watchers can't. I hope that makes sense. Oh, that was YouTube. Okay, got you. Then I don't know why. If YouTube did it, it's a wrap. I can't even undo it. That's why I didn't have an option. I'm glad you're doing good, Miss Beverly. Glad to hear that. Are you the one, tell me if I'm wrong, Miss Beverly, do you have a family member in Louisiana that we spoke about, and you used to have a different name that you chatted under? If not, it's another Beverly. Good, I'm glad. I just wanted you to know it was love and respect. Thank you also, Miss Justice. You're greatly appreciated. Before I leave y'all and sign off, please give my mods some love. Miss Justice and Miss Carrie, when she's here, they show out. They hold it down. They are like a candle in the wind type thing, because it's just the two of them. Just the two of us, hey. But no, they do an awesome job. Mods are not paid, you guys. They do it out of love. They do it out of respect. And that's why I like to make sure they get a lot of love and respect back. They're greatly appreciated. Okay, it might be that one. That's why I wasn't sure. All right, guys. I want to say peace, love, and light. I'm going to find a way to see y'all later tonight. I might look like a popsicle standing out at the Goodwill next to Food Line. Hey. By the way, that's not giving up my location because we have 2 food lines with the Goodwill next to them in our little podunk town. So just thought I'd say that. All right, guys. We'll try to make me some noodles, too. I need to get my box charged so I can cook them. It'll take it takes about 21%. Either way, I cook it. And personally, I like to boil the water because it puts off heat inside the camper, and counts. I love y'all bunches. It'll disconnect me eventually. I'm walking now with the cart. Oh, Lord, I got to put the hood up over the pocket. Oh, and listen, a super duper shout out to, I don't want to put out her chat name, so I'm going to use her first name, to Miss Deb. You are greatly remembered right now at this very moment. You have no idea that when equipping, she sent me 2 toboggans and I believe 5 pairs of gloves. They're the knit ones. They're bigger sized, which is great because I can layer them jam boogies. Yes, I can. And I am so thankful. I have been wearing them inside the camper. The white hat, I just washed actually tonight. And the beige gloves, I have been wearing inside the camper. And the darker colored ones kind of rotating out. It may sound like nothing, but y'all, let me tell you, it has helped tremendously with not having the heat, in the camper. I'm digging for the gloves in my pocket. Oh, I think I put them on the front. In the little, yeah, buddy. Gloves, babe. Y'all can't see them. Gloves. Put them on. Thank you again to Miss Deb. We do have the most bipolar. That's the best description I've ever heard for this NC weather, guys. I've told people, welcome to North Carolina, where you can experience up to 3 seasons. I'm sorry, what, honey? No, I'm going out here to the camper. I'm just ending my live stream. Okay, I'm just I know, right? I'm getting ready to load up and roll out. Thank you. You have a blessed night. And I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you. Okay, we have the craziest weather. You can experience 3 seasons in one day. Wasn't that a blessing, you guys? She thought I was waiting on a ride and offered me to come inside where it's warm and wait. Isn't that a blessing? She didn't have to do that. Welcome to North Carolina, where we do still experience Southern charm and hospitality. Okay, guys, and you can do 3 seasons in one day. Pray I don't get the Southern charm and the hospitality of Morganton Public Safety tonight. It's too cold. All right, guys. I will see y'all later. The sooner I end this, the sooner I can be back. We do. And then there's some, Nimrods. But you got those everywhere. I don't care where you go. You're going to have some dumbasses. Anyway, guys, I do love y'all. I'm bundled up. I have one thumb out to hit the end button. And I'm heading to the camper. And then I'm heading to charge the box. And park in my spot. I still have my parking spot. Okay? It's paid up. It's not going to be took away. It's just, I'm having to drive the camper again, and that's why I wanted so bad to get the scooter, because it wouldn't be killing me. I made $138 this week. I'll get, hopefully tomorrow. If not, it'll be Friday. Hopefully. Banks, are crazy when they're open and closed. But anyway, I got notification of pending deposit. It's 138 and some change, right? Because I was out with my knee. It takes $20 a day to go back and forth to work. I'm usually scheduled 5 or 6 days. Y'all do the math. But it's okay, because you know what? I'm going to figure it out. I got a yard sale plan that I'm going to do at the empty Kmart parking lot across the street from the Walmart, and hope that works, But either way, I'm still here, baby. I guess I'm like, kudzu. You think you got me, but I'm coming back for you. Alright, guys. I love y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. And those of you that are still up and ringing that nighttime bell, I will see you in the next, give me an hour, hour and a half. I'll be able to message and post no matter where I'm at. Apparently that takes less data. I can even do that when I'm down to 2G. So look in the post/community tab section and for updates of when the live will happen. I'm going to charge my box and go park and try to go live and cook oodles and noodles with you. Alright, guys, I love y'all. And y'all are my Thanksgiving family, and I appreciate it. I'm trying to not get emotional and depressed, okay? It's been hard, and this is just a hard year. It's the first Thanksgiving without Mama's house. It's the first Thanksgiving in 35 years without Mama's house for us to all eat at. Even after she passed, I still kept the tradition. And I can't do it this year. And I'm feeling like a real failure, okay? So please take it easy on me. That's all I'm asking. Alright. Peace, love, and light. See y'all.